Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say,
That banner on the bottom has to say something different. This is not COD anymore. I gotta see when the original one of this game was actually released. I was typing the word don't, and partway through typing the word don't, somehow the first word on the text prediction bar was penis. How do I feel about the PlayStation somehow being illiterate or whatever? Sure. They're using all but 18 available characters in the little message to spectators. I've put out a note. The note reads, "This game is from 2006. Don't expect 3D realistic visuals from a classic. Gameplay is more important than graphics anyway."
yes. Or in the case of this game, they said, "Fuck it, we're putting more effort into the music than into the graphics." Let's go.
Okay. Oh god. Energy firing mage, slow speed, long range. Okay. There's something you don't see every day.
What?
So, typical RPG fashion. The female character is usually more agile and uses ranged attacks or even magic, whereas the male is usually the slow one.
Yeah, the female character is the melee one. Yep.
That's actually quite surprising to me. That caught me off guard there.
Yeah, you either get access to the warrior or the mage. Yes. Pick. Do you want to play range right away from the enemy, or do you want to actually be able to go up to them and fight them?
To be honest, in most games I usually end up going with bows. Well, correction. There was a game I have, I think it's called X-Cave 3. I have taken a liking to heavy-ass swords, and for some reason my side weapon usually ended up being a, set of twin daggers.
Great sword and dual wielding. Yes, the perfect fighter.
And this is a game that has magic spells as well as bow and arrow, and some of those bows are actually the most overpowered weapons in the game because multi-direction shooting with piercing and area of effect upon any enemy impact. The only downside is bows take damage to their durability anytime they are fired, whereas the rest of the weapons only count when you hit things. The only other downside is how score was calculated in that game. Okay, I just rubbed my nose, and apparently I have pepper juice on my hands from feeding those to the chickens. So now my nose burns.
Oh no.
On the bright side, these aren't the peppers that we use to make some of the fucking spiciest and potent chili we have ever had. You ever try to open your eyes and look and all you get is burning?
Yeah.
And you also try to get this fucking fly away from your nose or off your glasses, and then you get that whiff of that fucking spiciness as your hand goes near your face. Then follows Niagara Falls. Fuck it, we'll be the more melee-ish. Easy, normal, or hard? Well, I'm not a pansy. We'll go with normal. I know old difficulty. When you pick hard, you either are a veteran to the series and want to start out with a challenge just to see how much different it is, or you're stupid.
Yep.
And if you pick normal, expect some difficulty.
I'd honestly say, yeah, pick normal because hard is actually what it says on the tin.
How hard is it compared to Devil May Cry 3 disc release variation 1.0?
That's actually the greatest comparison.
The fact that that was a fucking thing, like, how did you fuck up your coding to the point where easy was harder than hard? It's like, the closest thing I can give to a comparison is, me and Storm. There was someone that we occasionally mention named Vince. He never played... where'd he go? Exposition. Please, let me skip or pause. Look at that glorious 2D sprite on a fucking 3D rendered and well textured ground. Girl with braids. Don't even just put like question marks or girl. Just put girl with braids. Be somewhat descriptive. I love this already. Why is that one of the first things you say? Hello, one viewer. Is this thing wrapped around that? There we go. Goodbye, one viewer. Okay, what has happened to him? Why didn't you stop them? Because I'm a tree. I just got to the point where your character's asking the tree, why didn't you stop them? And then I smartassedly voiced my own script saying, because I'm a fucking tree!
Nail! Nail, what are they asking for? They're asking you to find where the Dragon Balls are. Did you tell them to look down the shaft? Yes. Yes, Sir Yes, Guru. Good job, Nail. Oh, the fucking Rotatrees. Also, you're gonna find one of the most adorable looking bastards in that game. That's called a Roo.
I think you've shown me this thing.
Yes, they are
And I'm pretty sure it is the icon to indicate that you are saving the changes in the option menu.
Yes, it is that thing as well.
Ah, pre-rendered CG. Ah, so nostalgic. Well, at least it's not like the CG that was used in, fucking, Guardian Heroes, where it's like, we can't fit too much of this shit on the disc at full screen resolution. We have to put it in this tiny box in the middle of the screen. Also, it's funny I mentioned, X-Cave earlier, because the third game, the one I was talking about playing, is all about tower. Ah, listen to those royalty-free sound effects sampled for damn near every game of the time. Also, I love how nobody is swinging their weapons whatsoever. They're at like a fucking multi-direction encounter. Nothing has attacked, and all you hear is weapons swinging and impacts. Where's the violence? Where's the corpses? There should have been at least one. See, this is how you breathe life into an old game. You just point out some details that could have made something more believable. And again, who am I to talk? At least Nintendo bothered to actually cover up one of the main questions about Metroid 2. Why didn't they bother telling even Samus what those things were for? And they actually explain it in Dread. Unlike the rest of the internet, I'm not going to be just fucking dipshit douchebag and state spoilers. I swear, my brother and I both had the same problem. He wanted to experience the full game purely, and then every fucking thumbnail on the goddamn internet is like, spoiler, 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 spoiler. But when you start with the video, it says, this video contains spoilers. Yeah, so does the fucking thumbnail, asshole. Change it.
Is it bad that's like, I have no idea what you're talking about with the thumbnail issue because I've never seen a Dread video yet? Guess I just don't watch the right channels.
1. Focus more on Nintendo or Switch, and you'll get more of them. But even more so, if you make it obvious as shit that you are a huge fan of Metroid to the point where you commonly watch speedruns, ROM hacks, and all kinds of shit, you will get recommendations for Metroid stuff out the ass with every release because of how they schedule the releases.
Apparently somebody managed to finish Dread in like 2 videos, and I'm like, hang on. And then I probably realized they were probably just long as hell videos.
Okay, I can't go into full detail about... Oh, hang on, let me read this screen real quick. Okay. That's a weird way to do a lunge.
Yeah,
Okay, so my brother and I believe that it is possible that Metroid Dread is the way it is to kind of do a similar thing that Nintendo did with Zero Mission and Fusion as a means to make sure like it's a game you can pick up and easily recall what you need to do, where you need to go, or that there's plentiful checkpoints or save places around for you to use so that you could even continue, which doesn't make too much sense because the Switch has saves that are, you know, suspended saves. Just because you powered down the thing, it still remembers, oh, you were right here. When you load back up again, you are exactly right there, in that same predicament you were in before. So there's checkpoints up the ass, which has no reason to exist. And there's also, to a degree, something always kind of hinting you as to which way to go or how things are used. Okay. So, for like in Dread's case, you get a checkpoint literally anytime you enter a boss room or an enemy zone, whether or not that enemy is still alive or destroyed. As with, Fusion, you had the navigation room thing where it gives you word on what you need to do. You can go back there at any time to review it, but it did not give you the ability to like view a log of everything you've done. Zero Mission, just to make sure that the game was easily capable of showing the player where they needed to go to get something new. They had these Chozo statues you sit in the palm of in most ball form, and it puts a marker on your map where something is. They did all they could to make sure that those 2 games specifically were tailored in a manner to where it is an enjoyable experience, but could easily be one of those games where you just pick up on the go, and even if you haven't played in a while, you could still easily recall what you were doing. Dread seems to be trying to do that pointlessly, but also trying to make sure that the game is like, you know, anyone at any degree of skill could actually pick it up and play simply, but at the same time, due to a couple of mechanics and how those mechanics are implemented and what they are for, some of the things seem redundant. The only point in time you would ever actually need to use your stealth camo to deal with an enemy is literally if you end up in a dead end and have no way to escape from the area, but he doesn't know exactly where you are, you can just cling to something and cloak. Or in the circumstances where you're in the water area without the gravity suit if you didn't know how to get it beforehand. So a lot of their mechanics are against themselves, and because of the way that the remake was structured, the counterattack was made in a way to make things a lot easier to those who are just incapable of dodging, but at the same time, damage given from anything was amplified compared to the previous titles. So I could easily compare the damage values you would be getting in Dread to that of maybe early game hard mode of zero missions damage, but the only difference is you still get full energy tanks every time you get an energy tank, and that, well, you know, health is more common to find, especially because of the counter thing.
Yeah, that is true. And the fact that every boss fight you fight, yes, you can go through a boss fight and go through unscathed.
There are a lot of bosses that have a majority of their attacks actually do the counter spark thing. But there's also the fact that the counter's perks and benefits only seem to be of much use if you're in hard mode. And this is more evident on the remake of Metroid 2 because enemies drop health less, but enemies also do way more damage. For example, the second to last boss of that remake, it's been long enough, I can say this shit, you fucking spoiler bastards, but if you're playing hard mode, once you reach the Metroid Queen, if it hits you once, you're losing 3 energy tanks. Granted, you can have all 10 of them at that point, but that's 3 hits is the most you could tank. That 4th hit's always going to kill you, unless of course one of the things that hit you was one of the stronger attacks. There's also the fact that the way to kill that boss faster requires you to make some health sacrifice, and like I stated earlier, health is not granted to you as much in hard mode. They give you more ammo and Aeon energy than they do health in hard mode on that. So yeah. Everything on hard mode comes down to using your melee counter so that you can get back some resources, because the game doesn't give you very many, as well as being able to deal the damage to the boss so that you can kill them before it gets overwhelming. Gee, that sounded rather similar to that of Metroid item receiving thing. I mean, you only make so many item jingles, so I can't blame them.
Yeah, I'm about to say you can't. I'm about to say there's Legend of Zelda, East, Metroid.
Well, the thing with Zelda though is that they have had multiple different ones, and it's funny that they do all that because you have the because you found something puny, insignificant, like 5 rupees in a box. Or those assholes that's like, here, have 1 rupee. I went through this whole gauntlet of bullshit for 1 rupee? Fuck you. And then there's also like you found something of decent value. Dun, 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 dun. And then there's the fucking, oh, you killed that fucking boss. You just grabbed that heart container. We'll have a special fanfare for that thing that you could purposely leave there forever. Oh, hey Storm, we were just talking about item fanfares in games like Zelda.
Okay. Jose, you need to explain to me what is exactly in this Cat Girl companion book.
Oh God, you.
Alex just told me, do I want that or the Nintendo Switch Online? I said, probably the online.
Probably the online.
Because
Let me just say this real quick, Storm. I'm streaming.
We looked it up. We looked it up, and I looked at the supposed key points. I'm pretty sure no one needs Excalibur.
I have lost 5 brain cells.
If you guys want that book, it's on you. I don't. If I wanted to make such a thing, if I wanted to make such a thing, I have Advanced Race Builder for a reason.
We don't want it. You don't want it. No.
This bitch has given me the magic
punch. I showed you it as a
punch.
joke. It was an April Fool's book. I didn't actually think he was gonna get it for you, or think about getting it.
Yeah. No.
Jose, you
sorry,
didn't
Brian,
tell me the
you're gonna be
magic conch shells in this game.
The magic.
By the way, I'm level 111 on Evan.
Nice. Eat that.
And now, I'm doing the side quest, and it's like every battle, and I'm playing hard mode, mind you. Every battle is like, what have I done by going to this labyrinth?
In this labyrinth, is there an entity with eyeballs in its palms of its hands?
No.
Fuck.
Have the bushes tried to eat you as you search through the whole entire thing to find the Goblet of Fire? Only to find that it's been cursed to teleport you to where Voldemort is.
No, and there is no Seward that has a fucking drill, and no magic man doing the magic orb thing, and singing about the power of the baby, or the Goblin King.
What's the Divine Blessing option here do?
Divine Blessings. Oh, they increase your character. They give you your stat buffs. That's basically your shop of the game.
Oh, well, I might want to look at that then.
You get crystals. I forgot what they call the crystal things, but they basically drop from enemy drops, and that's how you get yourself stronger.
Oh. Increase stationary heal rate. How many times can you increase that?
Once. And that only applies when you're on the little walkways outside of the tower. Because, like East games, you can heal in the overworld. East Origin, the overworld's only on the outside. Yeah, they have... That's the one thing that's like, yeah, you can heal, but you're also always in a dungeon, so... And there's no item that, like a spirit mantle or something like that, that allows you to heal, anywhere. So,
Have I already forgotten one button? No. Oh, wait. Okay. What a helpful manual. It prevents you from having spoilers by censoring the pages that are about shit you don't have access to. I love it when games do that. So much more enjoyable. And that was not sarcasm.
Some executive Why do I have to get the executive stakes?
What is an executive steak? Is it like a steak cut from executive of some company? You know, cannibal food.
Why do I feel like this is deja vu?
You've been to this place before? Fuck.
Deja vu.
I say that because after I said what I said and got the response that you gave, it immediately clicked in as I've heard this before. I don't like it.
Like I said once before, only cannibals are truly human, for you are what you eat.
Like, I've heard this conversation and been here before.
Can't believe the complete surprise that this game actually reverses the common female character is the heavy melee attacker, whereas the male character is the more so ranged attack person. So she carries all the weight. How scrawny is this fucker then?
Very.
Do away with the gender-related trope.
Man, my money that I had a lot of sure dwindled from what it was.
I will say, whoever made the sprite art for this game did a pretty good
then
job.
again, when you do what I do and for all your consumable healing items, decide to purchase about, I don't know, 100 of all, up to 100 of everything. Yeah, I would say, yeah, your money definitely dwindles, especially if you then proceed to start buying things.
Okay, let me kill these things and then I will see what. Did she bypass my counter?
Oh.
True bosses bypass counters.
Well, they have to have some bullshit mechanic.
I mean, part of me wants to play some Legend of Mana or Threads of Fate. I was never good at Threads of Fate. Me being the preference of a ranged, capable character, I chose to play as Mint. What is Mint's problem? Very low defense!
With a high chance of fuck you!
Well, the first boss can easily kill you in a single attack.
I'm just
which doesn't help because you barely do any damage to it in the first place, compared to Rue that can kill the fucker in, well, if you've actually done a little bit of grinding or find a decent character transformation token, you could probably 2 or 3 shot that fucking boss as him. Also, it's one of those games where you can increase your health by taking damage. And this does indeed mean find the weakest enemy in the game and just let it bite you repeatedly. I think I'll blow his internet's mind.
Oh, you killed... No, you killed Jose.
This internet cut out on him earlier, too. Ha! Fucking called it!
What?
His internet did cut out on him, because he just sent me a text that says, "Damn it, it did it again!"
Ah. Which means... He died. Oh, he didn't die! Oh, yes, he did.
You asshole. Hit me.
We have landed on a strange Indian planet.
What is that thing? It appears to be the mothership. Then what did we just blow up? The Hubble telescope. I fucking love that scene. Clicking the button, what do it do? It raised the stone platforms. I hope this game doesn't have fall damage. Odds are it doesn't. Okay. Probably should have read this manual and got that first.
And we are victorious! I got 14,000.
That was just a test to ensure that the player was actually fucking reading. Okay.
Yeah, Alex seemed to decide to read his thing, or the SFL chat, and noticed that Call of Duty's Warzone's getting an anti-cheat thing. It's not just Warzone, it's all of Call of Duty.
They're using Warzone as a test grounds to make sure it actually can detect cheat programs the way that they intend for it to. And if they can, later down the line, will also managed to put it into console version, which might be tricky due to how consoles work compared to a computer, and that this is a kernel drive type system we're talking about, which most places think is extremely privacy invasive, apparently. I'm sorry, you wanted to commit a fucking felony to play a damn game and win. So, how about we commit a felony against your thoughts and beliefs by, checking while you are playing the game anyway, because that's how this program will work, if you're running illegal shit to actually cause you to be way better at the game. And that's actually what the kernel drive does, is as long as the game is active, because it's integral to its game file, should you use another external program that is interacting with the application, the kernel drive will detect it, send the note out to the devs, console ban you, IP ban you, computer ID address ban you. Every ban it can dish to you, it will dish to you. That's what it does. It doesn't look for your porn stash. It doesn't look for your social security number. It does not look for your credit card. It just checks for external programs running alongside and interacting with the game.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, honestly, it's a good thing that the fucking kind of thinking, trying to play this game and think, but it's good that they're putting anti-cheats like that, especially with the whole let's sell these modded controller fiasco that we had to deal with.
Yeah, that's why I want Sachin Patel to fucking never touch anything electronic ever again. I literally want him on an ISP blacklist and put on an FBI watch list. Did I say that on a stream? Yeah, go look up the fucker. He's a felon. What is all this stuff? Jeez, why is movement speed so damn expensive? Oh, you bitch. Oops. Damn
Wow.
it! Yeah.
So, a doctor of some sort literally was concerned about a human. Note, the doctor's a merfolk. Concerned about a human that after they swam, they were pretty much exhausted on the beach, not understanding that us humans can't swim as long as you fuckers can. Which I believe you fuckers can swim almost indefinitely, or we might tap out at where actually I seen an Olympic event where these crazy motherfuckers swam for like what looks to be 30 minutes to an hour straight.
There is one case where a toddler survived being underwater for multiple days in a row.
And they were swim racing, mind you, so they're going as fast as they can, kind of. It's like, Jesus Christ! I'd be dead at the first minute!
But yeah, the thing that surprises me, though, is, like I just said, there was one case where a toddler, someone was trying to, like, kill this child or whatever, and somehow that child survived underwater, as a toddler, mind you, for multiple days.
I have made a dish known as gooey curry.
For all I know, a human can actually manage to live underwater as long as it's obeying the basic survival method that dolphins use, where they have to surface once in a while to get air. I suppose if your body is conditioned to it, you could probably survive pretty well while deprived of oxygen for a long time. Kind of like how Ethiopians can't survive after eating even one tip of a fucking Hershey bar. Their body is conditioned to run on less food.
Or supposedly, if you know certain breathing techniques of the ninja, you can survive without oxygen to a set degree with a very slow breathing technique to make the most of your oxygen.
Pretty much.
Thanks, Ninja Turtles. When your knowledge on such a thing is based on a cartoon. Thanks, Ninja Turtles.
That's probably just a load of bullshit. I mean, they're turtles. If they were tortoises, then maybe I could actually get that as, yes, that could be true. Because those are land-dwelling creatures, whereas turtles are not.
Well,
there ain't no technique, that's just natural.
They don't go. Well, the thing is, if you look at the Ninja Turtles, they never really stay underwater too long, do they? Or swim as much as you would think these turtles would. They're land turtles, going around the city at night.
May I remind you of TMNT for the NES Stage 2.
Sewer surfing.
Well, they're sewer surfing. We're talking about the one where you have to disarm the bombs at the base of the dam that barely anybody can even beat.
Oh, for the NES.
I love that Retro City Rampage has an entire mission that is that level, but instead of defusing the bombs, you're planting them.
So that's why the turtles have to go in and deal with it. Because you're the one planting the fucking bombs!
I believe the mission is actually given to you by someone named Mock Razorburn, who is supposed to be Shredder. He runs, apparently, a haircut, shop. What do these things do? Yeah, I'm actually going to hold on to that. I don't care if its effect actually states directly that it increases your max health.
Oh, there is a level. I didn't know there was such a thing as a level 10 cooking thing. I thought it stopped at a certain level.
There we go.
Okay.
That's the other way.
Oh, now you can make molten curry.
Teleporting, ambushing, shitbag, skit, die.
Oh, really? I need level 10 cooking in order for to even make this one item I needed. Okay, well, got that. I didn't know I needed level 10. Wait, what's Sultan's Crown? I need a golden egg. What does do? Greatly boost your resistance to all ailments. And looking at it, it's just a fucking pumpkin! Or is it supposed to be a turban? I don't know. I mean, turbans do look like pumpkins, I guess.
Considering that I've seen the sprite work for a lot of old NES games that have characters wearing those, yes, I can definitely actually agree with you.
I'm not trying to sound mean.
Have you seen Doki Doki Panic? And no, not the Mario reskin. I mean what the Mario game was reskinning. Have you seen the sprites?
I see! Then again, look long enough at Toad. And what would be a turban?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is supposed to be, like, some short Arabian bastard. They just wanted to turn his head into a mushroom instead of putting a turban on someone. You taunt me with what looks like platforms I can jump on, only to find out it's backdrop shit that you can't even touch, you bastards. Ooh, what's in here? An emerald.
So now I have a quest to find a pair of smelly shoes to give to somebody. Do I even have any? Fuck, I don't have any. Like, kind of put me on the spot, lady.
The door has opened.
The door has opened. The game have turned off. The phone hang up. Well, how about the game turn off?
Oh, I like this whirlwind thing. Give me that.
Here, I happen to have all these fucking shit ton of materials because my kingdom gathers it for me. Here, you need sodium, wait, what? What kind of nugget is this? Somnium. I cannot pronounce this.
Somnium?
Is that what it is? Somnium?
Possibly. What the fuck language is this shit?
A language? Apparently
No, I don't
English.
mean like what you're looking at. It's like I opened the box, got an item, and the text is in a fucking language I don't recognize.
As I said, a language of the mystic arts. It's called Japanese.
It ain't even in Japanese!
Oh, well then, alien speech. We'll call it alien speech.
Demon or not, you're too cute. Bitch, do you know what a trap is? And not the more modern day term. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Oh yeah, you're an animal. Human linguistics. The roux is hungry. Give it the fruit. Alright, let me just quickly put a joke here. The roux is saying...
Okay, so the character Bracken now has a costume they can wear.
Give me a food. Yay, better weapon. Okay, I've kind of
So
made
I
my
go from
throat itch from doing that
this.
voice. I'm not doing that anymore.
what voice?
I was doing like a weird demon voice, trying to use it as a substitute for the lack of Romanized symbols in this creature's speech.
What is something like this?
Sorta, but more
that's
strained
Batman.
and not even coherent whatsoever.
Does that work?
I suppose.
I had to do stuff like that when I was a zombie. At that one place. By the way, acting like a zombie is fun.
You gotta act like a zombie the way that Frank West does it. Just walks with his arms stretched out. Brains! Give me some brains! Arg!
That's a pirate.
No, that's actually what he says. I think in
No, I mean,
Dead
I'm
Rising
saying
off the record.
that's what a pirate is. That ain't what you're supposed to be doing. A little bastard.
The weird thing is that it is actually pointed out in the game that the zombies actually go by what they smell as their food that they are looking for, you know, humans. So, even if you were to walk like one, they would still actually know that you are what they want to eat. The way you would be able to deter them would require you to rip open a freshly killed zombie and spill its guts all over yourself on purpose.
What are we talking about?
I was mentioning zombie walk kind of skills where like you walk like one and act like a zombie so that they don't know that you are not one of them and you can just sneak right past.
Send him 2 things as well. Original, and then costume.
Yeah.
Oh, Jose. I have obtained a Celestin
Jesus
Panacea.
Christ.
What is it with these fucking Latinish kind of terms? Damn it, I don't read Latin! Anyway,
What terms?
a potion made from the much-loved blue Elseta flower raises maximum HP. I probably slaughtered that.
Hang on, that's on the stream, right? Keep it up on the stream and I can actually look at it and translate it.
You know, I can screenshot whenever, right?
Or that. Yeah, or that too.
I mean, I'm one of those people that refuses to use their last just be like, yo, we're auto using that shit. Even Castlevania does that shit.
The issue is that you can use it in the field to also give yourself that's a self-setting panacea. Even if you...
Is this one of those cases where it would also heal you when used?
Yes, however, you can't open your... In the fights that you would use these, particularly boss fights instead of just normal fights, you can't open your menu.
Right. I still see some potential in not using it immediately.
Yeah, I'd say before a boss, you need more health, use it, but otherwise, say in the middle of normal fights, just use them in an emergency.
I've also decided not to spend any of my points on blessings yet, and focus the first time spending on the stationary health recovery.
You also want to spend your stuff on...
Did I really just see something about the HUD that's out of line? I did. God damn it! The XP meter. It's a few pixels too far to the left from its frame.
Oh no.
Oh no.
See, this is why it's a curse to be able to notice such small details. You see this shit and you can't unsee it and it bugs you for the rest of your life.
Oh god, what have I done?
It's not what you did, it's my own fucking traits.
I can just nuke an entire
Okay, why
fight with
does the
just one
charged
hammer.
whirlwind thing consume less of the meter than it should for being charged, and you regenerate almost all of that cost before it fades away.
Don't know.
Magical
It's like skill balance 101, the basics. A skill should never be able to regenerate all of the resource needed to do it before the skill finishes.
Here's why. It's your evasive. You're gonna use it a lot more than you think you will, and even when it regenerates, it can't regenerate a whole bar in between the attacks.
Jose, this skill is actually very reminiscent of one of the attacks you can do in Toho Scarlet Curiosity. Specifically as Remilia, she has this move where she spins around and it does damage to anything near her, but it also makes her immune to damage the whole time. There's also other variants that do different things, such as have a larger reach and do more damage, or even fling enemies, or pulls everything around you to you. However, only the non-special variation of that actually makes you immune to damage. And it only uses one skill diamond, and you can actually easily regenerate that before you would end the attack. However, if you spam the button, you will actually interrupt the last few frames of it where you would have immunity. So if you do spam the button, you are eliminating some of your own MP. You teleport, son of a...
I have.
These stupid statue things, they look like I could break them, but can't.
Oh, I guess I can level up.
Okay, it just occurred to me that this thing that you referred to as your evasive move serves the same exact purpose of utility. It's not just for evasion, but it can also be used to run up on and rape the enemy. And then flee when you know that the immunity is going away.
It's also your jump, or your high jump, so...
Yeah, and I noticed the game did a very crafty way to make sure you were actually reading the tooltip.
How so? Oh, that one...
The platforms that you raise
puzzle?
up, you have to use that to cross the gap.
Yeah...
Okay, I kinda wish this game had a map, though. Wait a minute, what was the... Okay.
Oh god, you're gonna hate the fourth area, even though the fourth area has the best field theme. That place is a fucking maze.
Threads of Fate had a couple of maze-type places. Did you take the wrong route? Back to level 1, or not level 1, back to room 1.
I just looked at my ratings for my kingdom. Jose, you know the kingdom ratings where it gives you a letter grade next to 4 icons?
Yeah.
I just looked at what mine currently is. It's ass! Well, more like ass! Yeah, it literally says ass with 4 S's. Asses. My rating is asses. And it's fucking hilarious.
This girl here with the pitchfork kind of spear, I guess you could call it a trident. She doesn't look too feminine. She could pass for a dude. The dude over there with the axe, though, he's a borderline Ike.
You're playing as Unica right now, right?
Yes.
And if you're meeting them, then that means... That's the first? Yeah, that's the first boss fight. Have fun.
Cool. The hell did you just say to me? You little shit. I've had it up to here with you. Take this. Yeah, I'm shooting at you now.
What's funny is that is one of the boss fights when you're playing as Hugo. That literally is how Hugo goes to one of the bosses. I wish I was joking, but that's one of the bosses.
You're gonna want to get. Not even holding onto the gun, just trying to shoot. Alaka-blam!
Alaka-blam fires
Alaka-blam.
8 lasers. I
Dude,
thought
how
you could
you
only shoot
shoot-
4! I'm pissed.
I'm
Okay.
angry.
I have never heard of anyone ever calling someone a hick. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. I think it's basically the equivalent of like saying they're from the boonies or something like that. I don't know.
That's much saying from me, because, you know, to this area, I'm considered a fish out of water, but to everyone on the internet, I sound like I come from Texas. And I will say, I have been in Texas before. I've been on the border of Mexico, only because there's a taco truck that's actually an American citizen and run and owned who makes authentic Mexican food.
Oh god, game, why did you do this to me?
Familiar.
Oh god, the game is now fucking with my mind.
Yay! Okay, I have an S rank in all my ratings now.
Show Archangel.
Good thing I screenshotted while it said ass.
Ow.
That's kind of a goal at some point.
Okay, that kind of reminds me of Castlevania's Bat Company enemy. I can't hurt you when you are a swarm of bats. I can only hurt you when they all converge to make one entity.
Ah yes, Vanguilon. Or Vanguian. Vanguian?
A thing.
I don't know, that boss is fun.
Hey Storm, what do you think of this message to spectators that I have on my stream? This game is from 2006. Don't expect 3D realistic visuals from a classic. Gameplay is more important than graphics anyway.
Well, it is.
Well,
Ow,
that and they
damn it.
decided to say, fuck it, we're putting more money into the music than we do in the graphics.
Never underestimate the power of a sprite, especially when you're trying to make something that's spherical that doesn't have unique textures on any side of it.
Is there anything to upgrade? Yes, I can upgrade something.
What did
The
you
power
use
of
to
a
buy?
simple circle sprite. It is the body of Pac-Man, but it can also be a Bob-omb. I forget what the electrical enemy in Mario games is called. It can be used to represent a cannonball. So many things. Ow. He split into two. He's more aggressive. Why does part of his health meter look different? Oh, so the one part is that one, and the other part is the other one, I suppose?
Yes, level it up.
I mean, is it kind of bad for me to say that pretty much every boss handed me my ass at least once?
What if I told you that's how it was with me in Super Metroid once?
Okay, I can believe that. It's just the fact that it's like, yeah, I am
In the
raised on
beginning.
modern games.
In the beginning.
I mean, yeah,
Usually
I may have
most
beaten that
games
game
will
when I
have
was
something.
3, but...
In the
Where do you
beginning,
think I
everyone
went
had
through
their
it?
ass handed to them.
Yeah.
That's how it worked. You just then got better and beat it and went, yeah, finally, fuck you, I beat you. Now to go on to the other challenges that will probably either hand me my ass or be too damn easy.
No, it's handing me my ass. It's basically increasing levels of.
I'm looking at you, God Eater and Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter handed me my ass. Then I beat it. Then I went to God Eater. It was too damn easy. It needed a normal difficult. Oh wait, it already has that. That's too easy.
Have you tried it on hard?
You mean normal difficulty? Feels too easy.
Remember? No, I don't remember it, but I do remember the little fun meme of Devil May Cry 3 pre-patch easy mode.
Oh, you mean the game that has that its normal was fucking Dante Must Die mode? Because that's what it was.
Dante Must Die without the one-hit kills. Oops.
I'm now going around.
You remember how you said you weren't gonna buy blessings? I believe you do need to buy blessings to upgrade your weapons and armor.
I know. My first goal, though, was to increase stationary healing. With upgrade systems, I have a very unorthodox priority.
Wait, hang on. Where can you, hang on, I'm gonna look that up now.
You know what? There's shit down there to kill. I'm gonna kill you.
Remember, everyone has their famous last words. You are not an exception.
The greatest people always have their last words in a joke that's been with them and a friend throughout their lives, usually as part of their will or what is to be read at the funeral.
In this case, I thought I could make it. It was a 95% chance.
I forget who it is, but there was a guy, he's like some kind of comedian or whatever, British. But he became the first person to ever say fuck at a funeral service thing, as well as televised on TV, only because it was put in through the will and last testament of someone else that was also in the same business that died. The one reading it is the guy that's the first person to say fuck under both of those circumstances.
Well, I would assume it didn't go fucking well now, did it?
No, it went very well. It also meant that a comedian has handed his torch to another comedian.
Game. Load my, kill the final boss save. The fact that I had that save done in under 6 hours is astonishing. Yeah, I should probably mention, this game is not that long.
Which game?
Origin.
Ah.
It is not all that long.
I believe this might actually be the game in the series that my uncle recommended me. I can't remember because it was, I believe, 2 years ago.
Some time ago in a distant
He once
past.
recommended me it 3 years ago. And then my other uncle died, and he became more dependent on communicating with people. And he started recommending me even more things. That's what it was. Whew. Well, clearly can't go in there yet. But at least it brings me to this statue.
Oh yeah, sometimes armors actually have special effects. Like the black leggings, making it easier to walk through water, heat resistance. Oh, so you remember how in Metroid if you get the Varia suit or the gravity suit, it gives you special effects?
Gravity suit reduces your damage to 1/4 of what it was originally, and gives you the ability to have free movement within water. Some games that also applied the movement to lava, and negated damage to another hazardous liquid, because Zero Mission, you get immunity from acid damage, and Varia suit, gravity suit gives you immunity to lava damage, which is weird, on top of the free movement in water. Varia suit shields you from the cold or the heat, depending on which game you're playing, and would also cut the damage you took in half.
I would say that when you look at your armor and boots, pay attention to what the flavor text is, because the flavor text can actually tell you if that has special effects.
Let's see. Whoops. Stop!
No.
Okay, let's see. Why the fuck is increasing your movement speed so goddamn expensive?
Because it's movement speed. And I would argue the faster you can move, the easier it is to dodge.
Yes, it is. It is so much easier to dodge if you can move fast.
So that would be why it's expensive, because it helps.
How many times
dodge
can you
attacks.
purchase said upgrade?
Once. Unless it has a level next to its name, you can only purchase the upgrade once.
You'd think that they would have made it to where you can buy multiple upgrades of that type, and each one is a small percent increase to your fucking speed. Fine.
Also, I'd recommend not using circle for your specials, but instead use left trigger.
You are aware this is not an Xbox controller, right?
Or not left trigger, L2. Sorry. I call them trigger and bumpers, I'm sorry, it's L2.
One of the most confusing things about the fact that me and my brother play different consoles primary, but we both also still play Nintendo consoles, and my mom only plays Xbox 360 and Xbox One games. The problem comes from we memorize buttons and what they do by location, but we are always stumped by only one button, which exists on all three platforms and in the same fucking color, but in different locations. The X button. My mom cannot recognize button by letter, only by color.
Oh god, Nintendo. I see what you're thinking.
No, she plays exclusively Xbox, and she cannot quickly register a button based on its name. You can't say left trigger, left bumper, right bumper, and expect her to know which one of those specifically you mean. She will only know by you saying left, and then something meaning it's one of those two, and right meaning one of the other two.
Left bottom.
Whereas, if you try to tell her triangle, circle, square, X, A, B, X, Y, she will stop for 5 seconds to look at the controller to figure out where that is.
Right.
The only times where I've really ever had a problem with this button location remembering is anytime I am playing a game, Nintendo-wise, using any controller that is of the following types. The Nintendo Switch GameCube shelled Pro Controller is the main one. The second is the Joy-Cons. And literally the entirety of Wii. So yeah, I'm sure you can understand why the Wii thing is a problem. Unless I'm holding the controller sideways, of course. For some reason, that simplifies my processes of figuring out where things are. Meanwhile, on the Switch, you told me to press this button specifically in the menus, but when it comes to the layout, that button's not available, you asshole! And, like, even Dread does it too. It, on the control screen, will specifically show you for when the game is being played in handheld mode with the Joy-Con. None of that, at all, is similar in layout to GameCube. And as I told you before, the controls using a GameCube controller are just poorly thought out. Well, not GameCube controller, it's the reshelled Pro controller in a GameCube shell. But why is it that there's no separate designations for controls? Since a couple other games in this franchise could do it. Because you'd think shoot would be A, like it was in Prime. It made sense. The most commonly pressed button. And with how they have X and Y placed, you would easily be able to slide your thumb up a little bit, but still be able to press jump. But no, B is jump, Y is shoot, A is nothing. and X is your counter, which is on the entire opposite side of the fucking face buttons from the shoot button.
I'm looking at mine going, yeah.
This is Metroid. Your most commonly pressed buttons is going to be shoot and jump. And there's always going to be a simple transition from doing one action to the other, but no.
Mine is the attack button, which was why.
It's horrible.
Okay, yeah, am I bad? Is it bad for me to have the attack button being the left face button, the counter being the top face button, and the jump being the bottom face button?
Which game are we referring to here?
Just in general, that's what I normally tend to do. Counter is top face button, which is either triangle, X, or Y.
I honestly can't remember which button exactly is where, except for jump and shooting. I think it was B was shoot, A was jump. Something. Either way, the ergonomics with the Pro controller for Metroid's controls works well. I will say it's a little confusing that aim is the bumper rather than a trigger, but it's good enough to where you can kind of ease into that after playing some of the remake of 2, even though they don't make use of the new 3DS XL's extra buttons, or the Circle Pad Pro as they would call it, which is stupid. But at least the buttons are in similar layout. But damn it, R&D 7, I think that's what you call yourselves, R&D 1. I forget the name of their team, but how hard is it to implement a control scheme customization like you did with fucking Super Metroid? The ability to customize your controls should be an obvious no-brainer. I shouldn't have to have the game lie to me as to which button does what because I have to customize my controls through the internal hardware of the system itself. I had enough of a struggle with that when playing Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops.
Sure, I'll play this Tainted Monster.
It's like,
It's not that tough.
game tells me this control stick, which the PSP only had one of, I had it set to be relocated to the right stick, and the D-pad is emulated by the left stick. This was only because the game was originally for PSP and did not have a precise way to do aim control that was easy to use. So I did a lot of trickery to make sure that the button labels in-game are correct, while also giving me usable controls.
Fucking die.
Yes, apparently in Metroid, when you had controllers set up in a way that they did, it's like, let's just say fuck everything. Anyone who wants to use a GameCube controller can eat a dick. I'd like to be able to play my game without killing the battery of the Pro controller, thank you. Oh, there was a door I was supposed to go to, wasn't there? Wait, where's this mask thing that I swear I had? Here it is.
Yeah, I found out that my Switch Pro controller has a dead zone. Like, it's to the forward and left, the diagonal direction, doesn't work so well. Like, it registers as literally minimal or half inch.
It's suggested that, like, once every month, at the minimum, that you recalibrate the control sticks on their consoles.
How does one do that with the...
Yeah, that's the thing, because I don't own a Switch, my brother does.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't think there is a recalibrate option
For what?
on Switch for those type of controllers.
What, the Pro controllers?
For the wired Pro controllers.
Wouldn't it just be calibrate control sticks?
But can you do that with a Pro controller?
Yeah. Just go to controller and sensors.
Hold on a second. Just so I can see for myself. Which owner?
out. Damn it, I didn't want to leave the room. I just wanted the monies.
This. Okay, so on the menu, you said controller and controllers, or is it system settings?
Wow, you actually
System
have to have the secret thing in order to enter
Controllers
that
and
secret.
sensors. Calibrate control sticks. Oh, actually, it's left completely. That acts up.
Yeah, if you calibrate the controller every so often, it actually resets where it believes the center is to fix those problems. Well, it keeps them from popping up as bad as they can get. A lot of consoles seem to have
The
an issue
control
with
stick
that.
on this controller cannot be calibrated.
Right.
Well, that's an issue.
Yeah, it's, as I said, certain controllers, like the one I have, which is a Zelda, technically it's a Pro controller, according to, I believe according to this. Yeah, it's considered a Pro controller, but yeah, it's, because it's a USB controller, it is literally a I can't remap it. I cannot calibrate it. That's the thing about this controller. You cannot remap the buttons. You can't do
I will
anything that would
say,
change it.
I like that they tried to make sure that that controller can be used in games that wouldn't support the GameCube controller otherwise, but at the same time, it
Well,
kind of
then
saddens
again,
me
this is-
because
It's
it doesn't
also
have the
one of those
variables.
special case controllers where it's called apparently wired Fight Pad Pro is what it's called.
What, your GameCube controller?
For the Switch, yeah. It's
Why is it
meant-
called that?
Because it was
Switch
meant
is
for
Smash
to be.
Brothers.
Yeah, it's meant to be a Smash Brothers controller.
My brother has one, and his is labeling itself as just a wired Pro
Normal.
controller.
Yeah, that's what mine is too. But wired.
No, I
Pro
mean the
controllers
internal
cannot
name.
be well, mine just says USB, so I don't know how.
Well,
you're getting
USB wired Pro controller is the same, but why the hell is it saying
they
Fight Pad
cannot
for you,
be-
but not him?
No, I'm looking at the back of the controller. I'm
Oh,
not looking
hang on.
at the thing.
Let me look at that then.
It's on the back. It should be neck on the left back of the control stick or the C stick.
I forgot, this one he didn't get from Smash, he bought it from the store.
Same with me.
His just says NSW GameCube wired controller 2020 Nintendo.
With mine, you cannot. You can't do the calibrate control sticks or update the controller itself. So, and because left is becoming a dead zone, this makes using this controller in certain games kinda unreliable. And it's picky on when it does it. And I'm not gonna attempt figuring out when and where it does it. So back to PlayStation. At least my PlayStation controller isn't doing it right now. Starts doing it as soon as I say it. despite me. I still have to go on Call of Duty to play, like, zombies or something.
Gee, I wonder where this little trinket could be used. It's totally not that one room with that thing that pulls me to the middle and warps me. I think it's interesting, though, that if you have the Mask of Eyes to see secrets, if you try to enter a secret without it equipped, it will not let you. It still treats it as a solid wall.
Take it off while halfway through it.
Actually, I was thinking about doing that. Just to see how the game handles such a situation. Okay, if I stand right here, I should be counted where the wall would be.
March of the White.
Ah, well, that kind of figures they would handle it that way. Also, they make it obvious as shit that there's something there. Even without the mask on. Does this game have treasures hidden around in a similar fashion?
I don't think it does.
Like, treasure boxes only visible to you while using the eye?
I don't think it does.
That's good. Kick the shit out of you. How to rape. Charge whirlwind. Unleash whirlwind while running at the enemy, swinging your axe like a madman. When you realize just how long that the whirlwind lasts, and you think that the enemy may survive, memorize that you have to run before the last half a second of that, otherwise you could be still in reach. I know that the plot is to the right, but I'm going left.
Going to the death trap.
Can you enter a boss fight with that eye thing on?
Yes.
Does it automatically remove it?
No.
So, you can handicap yourself with the inability to see a boss. That is kinda stupid.
I don't know, I never tried it! Alright, that's that done. Now let's do the other part of this.
God damn this game and its banisters of you're not jumping off of shit. And I herd you motherfuckers up like cattle and then slaughter you. Hmm.
Quests. Hello, thing that's clearly shiny but not a normal item to pick up.
How many times can you strengthen a single armor?
Once.
Huh.
Get on this. And for funsies, let's go hunt, tainted monster hunting. Because that's what I can do.
That's 671. Damn it! Damn it! There we go.
Damn it! A tainted robot. Sure, let's fight it. Hello, tainted monster on this secluded land. Oh, you're level 42. Not as bad as the other creatures I fought.
I'm gonna have to abuse the evasion for this. Out of curiosity, how far are you into the first area?
I am about to use that amulet thing in that room with the gravity trap.
Okay, so you're about halfway through. Okay.
Ah!
I now fly with. Wait, what was that? I see the treasure chest. Hidden treasure.
No, the very corners of the room do not have the pulling trait to it. Didn't notice that. Wonder, by jumping using whirlwind at the right time, could you possibly reach the front two corners of the room?
Yes, because that is how you're supposed to manipulate double jumping before you get double jumping.
I was meaning to get away from the field of gravity pull effect to attack the two turrets. I doubt you'd be able to even reach the back ones, though.
I am half tempted to go to the faraway forest to see how easy or tough that place will be.
Your character sprite has spikier hair than your portrait.
Which character are we referencing?
Roy.
No downside. I guess it's trophy. Probably because I did a whole bunch of side quests. No downside. Completed 150 side quests.
God damn it. That's the one gimmick about this fight that I do not like.
An apprentice should behave like an apprentice, damn it. Okay, let me give you 1 point as to why that is a load of bullshit. So many games use the lower guy is always going to become the superior guy, and the former superior cocky dickhead usually ends up dying or injured. Really good and quick example without much need to play the game is A Link to the Past. You have these telepathic voice in your head to go save Zelda in the castle. Uncle says, you stay here, I'll be back, I'll go deal with things. Dude dies in the fucking sewer entrance. Which is, I believe, before you even find a single fucking enemy.
Yeah, he's the one that gives you the sword.
The sword and the shield.
That.
It's like, what attacked you that you're in this condition prior to any enemy existing?
Probably something off screen.
It's like your fucking old ass just broke your foot on the fall. You're fine.
Or
and the ending sequence, I believe, points out he does live, so...
Or it could have been a possibility if they wanted to make it this way. The reason you don't really see actual enemies is because he cleared them but got injured on the way.
Well, he sucks, especially since Link, probably at that point not having any training whatsoever, was able to surpass not just how far he got, but also the entirety of the forces within the castle.
Not everything's perfect.
Let's try to go and hurt this good attack.
Damn it, boy, you better stay away from my milk. Ah, who cares? I can just get more. Oh man, Four Swords Misadventures is a really good fucking series. Red Link having to be revived with the magic milk after getting his ass kicked by a bunch of chickens, as well as a Super Saiyan chicken that he runs away from while drunk, saying, "Ah, it's a super cock!" You guys just stay here and make sure that Red doesn't pull a game over on us. What do you mean by that? He means this. Pulls out a fucking music box. How could this happen to me? Okay, we get it. Turn it off.
Okay, what is this a reference to? Because I know this isn't the actual game.
It's a really fucking great animation made by someone named Hadoken Dude. He's a Newgrounds member.
Die!
But yeah, it's supposed to be like a Zelda parody series, but actually has like serious.
I got through that fight without dying once. Hang on. How is it that when I come back to this game just out of curiosity, hey, I'll try this boss fight again, I'll die again? How is it that I managed to do the fight one go, not even needing to use the revival item? How?
Because through time and experience with other shit, you become... What was the word?
Skilled, good,
Tempered through bullshit.
tempered through bullshit.
So, Jose, I would actually
swimming in the sewage water.
I would actually
Their
recommend you
great because they were
do
tempered
look up that
from raw
series.
sewage.
Want me to do what?
I would actually recommend watching the series Four Swords Misadventures.
I might have to look that up.
It's pretty fucking funny.
Honestly, if I have to say what my three favorite characters in this game are, is first one is Toll, you'll meet him later. Second one is probably the final boss of this game, I'm not gonna say what his name is. And the third one is the other final boss, so...
I acquired boots made of leather. Yay. What do they do?
I don't know. I just like those three.
Okay, when you increase a stat, you would expect that the color to indicate increase would not be red.
Oh god, yeah, red is increased, blue is decreased, that's weird.
That's how it is in L Sword. Believe it or not.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is, that is how it is, actually.
Some games do green to indicate an increase and red being a decrease. That's if they use green.
Their system would not help very well to those that are colorblind.
Persona intensifies.
Well, fuck you.
Persona in a nutshell. If you're colorblind, you can't really see what makes this game as good as it is.
There was a game on Xbox called Hexic. It's a puzzle game, but they have an option that adds shapes to the different pieces so that you could actually tell that they're different pieces. Because for whatever reason, colorblind people like puzzles too, and only they thought of it. Well, I suppose Panel de Pon / Puzzle League both actually cater to the knowledge, knowing that there are probably colorblind people who would enjoy puzzles, because that game's pieces are all different colors, but also have different shapes. In the case of Panel de Pon or Tetris Attack, as well as Puzzle League, it's simple things: hearts, triangles, circles, squares, stars, exclamation points. Whereas in Pokemon Puzzle League, they were changed to have the icons of the badges from Gen 1. I like that they went with that source material for that though. Nice touch. Damn, this thing is a wall.
What are you fighting?
A mage type enemy.
Oh yeah, fuck the mages in this game.
Usually you think mage and you think something with not much of a health pool, but makes up for it with their ability to say fuck you.
Wait, how come
No.
two
These ones have health and deal a lot of damage. They're also evasive as well health.
Yeah, because fucking teleport, assholes. At least they're not like the mages you find in that fucking gauntlet game. Oh, we've existed for a while, so now you have a spell on you. If you don't kill us, we kill you immediately. Insta-kill, unavoidable. Assholes.
Fuck. To be honest, I still can't believe I can't help you bastards since, you know, I can't make much progress.
When you know, like, various traits of your character's attacks in that game, well, skills and spell attacks, you tend to know what is abusable. Like, from the elf, they have multiple different ways that they can have immunity frames. Evading is one of them.
They're just bombs.
The wizard's primary immunity frame skill is that teleporting fire thing.
The fire dash?
Yep.
The
There's also knowing what
wizard
the
is
other
attacking
skills
for.
you could use are based on your equipment. So like with the elf, I had the ability to fire that bomb to heavily damage the enemies around that area, or the ability to one-shot almost anything using a potion, as long as it's in a straight line. But I also had the ability to make it to where I cannot be targeted, or I cannot be targeted, or if I use a potion, no one can be targeted. If you utilize your tools correctly, or pair them correctly, you can become untouchable, which is what occurs if you have the three things I mentioned all equipped at the same time. Beast medallion, huh?
Oh yeah, that's right. In order for you to unlock the boss rooms for each tier, you need to get a medallion to unlock the door.
Oh, how fucking predictable. Of course there's gonna be a fucking booby trap in this little cage.
Let's go to the place known as Ding Dong Dell. The place is called Ding Dong, and it runs Dell.
I love Ding Dong well.
Ding Dong fell.
Die, you wizard bastard!
I cast Ding Dong.
I thought it'd be a lot harder to max out the XP multiplier thing.
I don't even know what the max level of this game is, to be honest.
I was referring to the combo multiplier to your XP gain.
Ah, that. No, not really.
Okay, the one thing you fucking spellcaster bastards have done that I'm grateful for is that you keep teleporting back into the room.
I also like the lore aspect of this game. You can only utilize magic if you have dark in your hearts. That's really funny.
Chris ate the remaining 2 or 3. He even announced that he's eating them when he came home.
something along the lines of shouting, "Hey, you fucks! I'm eating these."
He literally just said, "I'm taking these snickerdoodles," and then ate them.
Sounds about right.
Ow!
As
Oh,
one
there goes
would.
his internet
Hey.
again.
Well, he died. Remember, when his internet goes out, he dies. And it comes back. Man, we must waste a lot of resurrection spells on him.
Okay, so you can't go down there. Okay, I wonder what's with the big door.
Which is death. Death awaits thee. You're all gonna fucking die. I mean, nothing.
Which was that over there?
Okay, so the goal here right now is to give this apparently disgusting tasting food item to people, which tastes so bad that it makes them re-energized. It's essentially medicine.
I'm doing
Are
something
you-
completely retarded only because I was curious if it does it or not. Oh, it removes the mask from you, didn't it?
So, if somebody's completely exhausted,
I remember this, boss.
Kill's final boss. Internet. I'm a die now.
Your
I'ma
final boss
commit
was your internet
seppuku.
all along.
The fun of boss.
No. The boss was the internet. You killed it.
So, Jose,
Yes.
I tested my thing about boss fights and that mask. It will remove the mask as you enter.
Also, wait, does that mean you're fighting the boss for that tier? Or area?
Yeah.
By
Awesome,
the way,
huh?
Jose, I'm poisoning people with a food item. Nutriblam. Tastes so goddamn horrible, but it perks you right up with energy. Tastes so bad you don't want to go to bed. Whoever made the NPC that made this horrible, this tasting crap, kudos to you. You made something so foul that it wakes people up and hopes to stay alert so that they don't have to taste it again. What is torture to them?
Dude, chill with the fucking lasers.
Oh. Well, I guess there's one person that approves of the taste, but then again, they're a guard. It's essentially, I guess, better than rations, or same as rations. Well, it's better than rations because it gives them energy and good sort of fatigue. If you're a soldier, in any case, anything that gets rid of your soldier fatigue is great. Despite the taste.
Fucking slugs.
Oh, do you want me to tell you a little secret about those slugs?
They make you slippery on the ground.
No, it's something else. You want me to tell you it? Because it's gonna make the fight seem even worse.
Sure, fuck
You know how it has a little breathe-in attack which sucks into you and the little slugs?
Yeah.
Any slugs it swallows in, heals it.
Thanks.
I am warning you that now because I know you're gonna notice it. One, two, three, four, five.
Okay, that makes me question.
I
can you
finally
really-
got hit. Yay!
Is it possible to really get that tired that your body acts on its own and you don't remember jack shit what you're doing?
Sleepwalking?
The dude... Well, the NPC I was looking at was quite lively.
What about blackouts from being drunk?
Now that is another thing. And I can say that as for one being have done that.
Ooh, that's real good. That's not good.
I blacked out once and then never did it again. So, yeah.
Damn it. That's the second time I've gotten hit. For a tiny ass slug, these little guys have a lot of health. Oops.
Yeah, the product that they're trying to make, which is Nutriblam, which is apparently something to give people energy. Sure, the taste sucks, but hey, you're not tired anymore. In other words, it's It's a medicine that tastes so bad it gives you energy.
Revival powder, yeah.
No, it's the fucking, what was it? It's that revival powder or revival root that you can give to your Pokemon to revive them.
Yeah, it's so
tastes
bitter,
so bitter.
it wakes them back up, yeah. Or smelling salts, which, wait.
No, it's like an actual revival item that will bring them back from fainted, but it tastes so bitter that supposedly it makes the Pokemon not like you as much because you made them eat something nasty.
Isn't there some Pokemons that like bitter stuff?
No, I mean it's the type of it tastes bad to them.
Oh.
No matter what.
So basically don't
that-
KO your Pokemon and don't try to field revive them.
So no, it's a root item that you can get in substitute of the actual revive item.
Oh.
Where the revival is actually like a potion spray thing, which doesn't affect what they're eating.
Really?
Whereas the revival root is literally you make them eat it and it brings them back.
What happened?
Revival is no longer a little crystal-looking thing?
Yeah, I thought revival was that little like.
They're still, you still get them. They're still existent. It's just an alternative that you can get, which I believe was cheaper, or you sometimes get it randomly. It's literally almost like a cheaper alternative, but your Pokemon will hate you for it.
It's funny, because Pokemon perform better in certain contests after consuming bitter sweets, or whatever, poffins, Pokeblocks, whichever game you're playing, whichever one of those things is in it.
Well, and this is the case of your Pokemon affinity with you would drop.
Ow.
That's the effect of it. Like, their affinity for you would drop.
You know what thing that reminds me weirdly of Pokemon XY?
And
was
plus,
that
Pokemon XY and in future games of it, if the Pokemon did like you a lot, it would actually give you random-ass benefits, such as they avoided the damage, or shrugged off a status effect,
or
which would have
landed a
normally
random
applied.
ass crit for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, having an affectionate Pokemon is actually a...
Or their crit is even more devastating.
With the power of friendship, I am stronger. Let's spend this one.
3 minute
Make my magic
stakes.
hit harder.
There's a quest called 3 minute stakes. Oh yeah, I gotta help a robo show with their deliveries. 3 minute stakes. Oh wait, does this mean I have to use the elevator and still be on a fucking time limit? I hope not. Oh, it probably is. That's why I hate this fucking town, because when you get to certain parts of the town, you have to use the elevator. If I know certain time trial quests, you are still on the clock while in a cutscene. Genshin is a big, fucking culprit of this. Despite being in a map screen or pause screen or what have you during certain quests, you are still on the clock. Even loading screens, you are still on the clock. Your time is ticking, regardless if you're loading in a pause screen or the game is actually paused, except for the timer, obviously, and or what have you. No matter what, you are still on the clock.
Mario, Luigi, stick a star and type the puck. Oh yeah, you have 5 minutes to get out of Bowser's Castle. If you get into a single fight, which you're almost basically guaranteed to get into a fight, you're screwed!
Which game?
It was one of the Mario and Luigi games I had picked Mario, I wasn't gonna lie. I feel like the exact name of it was.
Was that one Paper Jam
well-
or something?
Yes!
Well, believe it or not, I believe there are previous titles that have done something similar where you have a limited amount of time And if you enter battles, you still are on the clock.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of countdowns and escape stuff, Jose, I watched the escape from Torian after killing Mother Brain in Super Metroid Redesign. There is a missile tank increase of 10 missiles that you'll find during the escape near the very beginning. Never fire a single one of them, because there's nothing that's going to drop you more ammo. You have 0 of every ammo type because of Mother Brain shooting you with Hyper Beam. There are 2 missile hatches that require 5 missiles each on the escape route. Remember, you can't get your ammo back. If you fuck up, you die. Also, they are generous enough to give you, I think it's 25 minutes to escape. The route itself is only about 12 minutes long.
Okay, so upper town and lower town. So it is one of those cases where I actually have to fucking use the elevator to go to 3 different floors to give a random NPC a delivery while still on the clock.
That button, dude.
Oh, I hate these type of quests. You have a time limit. You must get to these things within the time limit. Oh, are you in a cutscene or something, or transitioning? Sorry, but you're still on the clock.
Oops.
In other words, all I can think of is Amazon going, come on, you gotta get that stapler there by tomorrow. Remember, Amazon's an evil corporation. They do not care about their employees in the warehouse. They just care about the results and are you fucking fast enough? Oh, not fast enough? Well, you're fired. We need to get rid of you.
Did you hear about the pissing in a bottle thing?
They probably do have to piss in
They
fucking
do.
bottles.
It's a whole thing.
Just so they can keep and meet the quota.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is why I never worked for Amazon as a warehouse worker. Because, believe it or not, you are replaceable for someone else that's
We're
desperate.
expendable assets. That we've just been expended.
You could lose an arm and they'll go, time to replace you. They will think nothing of it but replace you.
I went all this time evading like a madman, not realizing that R2 is a guard button.
Wait, really? I thought it was a walk.
I think it's a guard, might be, I don't know.
I think it's walk.
Oh,
I don't
it's
think
walking. I was in the middle of running around an enemy trying to get a better feel for the alternative buttons, because I just got the dash ability. And the angle I was in, it looked like she raised a shield. Given the short time I
So I'm
was
assuming
actually
you're in
looking.
the water area now.
I believe I am, yes. There's
Yeah,
there's
it's been
water
the
and a
second tier.
platform that goes up that I had to dash
There's 6
to.
tiers. You're in tier 2, so yeah, you're in that place. Oh, that's right. You also have a water. You also have oxygen.
Let's do most things in this world.
You can't. Right, you can't go underwater until you get an item for that. Oh, yes.
The dolphin. It's that creature that dared say, "Fuck you, God. I will be an aquatic life form, but I will still breathe air."
What about whales?
I think whales do that too, actually, yeah. Then you have Echo the dolphin that just says, "Ah, lol, fuck you, get wrecked."
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. The game is so short. You can probably complete the entire game for Unica and today.
Ring me on. Sister. Fucking chemical weapon using son of a bitch.
Is he just throwing little Molotovs that have gas in them?
Well, they have like this weird flamethrower thing.
Uh oh. Oh, that guy.
Does poison dissipate over time?
Yes.
Okay, that warrants a definite. Fuck this, I'm looking it up. This is for quest.
Of course you fell down there, you bastard.
Quest.
We get more damage with physical and magic attacks, but so far chance for debuffs or chance for ailments and forces buffs debuffs are the same. That's fine. I need to go back to the bug then. All I need to do is just buy an Archangel. And it should have Ember to drop.
Oh, you are fucking huge.
But I'm gonna pop that screen.
And now let's run like hell before he realizes that he has a belly button. I guess I had to give him a button that looked like it was a Phillips head screw. Or as most would usually call it, the plus screw or the star screw.
I've always called them flathead and Phillips head.
Oh yeah, that is a big guy.
Oops.
Yeah, you damage him a bit, and then once you damage him enough, he gets bigger.
Don't remember
What do you
if
do
I
when you
remember
get
that.
hurt? I get bigger.
It's
do you
kind of
do?
what a pufferfish does, so I guess it works.
Looks at Mario. What do you do when you get hurt? Oh, I grow smaller, and if I get hit while I'm small, I die. Oh. Underworld, I don't understand the NPCs. unfun.
Oh
fungus.
shit, I just noticed that that enemy can indeed harm me. Even while doing that.
Look for a tundra
That did
rose.
not heal me. I accidentally...
Oh, it doesn't heal you? Oh
No,
shit.
it doesn't.
So, I misremembered that factoid. Oh crap, I might have actually gotten killed.
Oh, this dude?
Oh, I think I know one other place you can stand around and heal in is the home base.
You've killed me. How could you?
I'm sorry I fucked up my information. It's been a while since I had a Sunset and Panacea.
Oh, I get
Beautiful.
to fight a Yeti. A tainted Yeti. That's what it is. What? It's no Donkey Kong. It's wrong.
Back to Sundiver.
Martial maneuver, bitch.
Oh god.
Martial maneuver again, bitch.
Let me through.
Man, I like unlocking that martial maneuver.
I needed that level up. Woo!
Dodging
You
an
figured
attack
out how
at the
you get
left.
your. You figured out how to get your the most out of your healing.
As I
Level
figured
up.
out the most how to get out of this dodge at the right time to exploit the shit out of it. Sort of. Keep the monster power.
I'm surprised I got hit as little as I did.
Really?
Actually, let's shit down more alive.
These are the
That
monsters.
too. Oh, right. That does not make me good. Is there a path back there I didn't take?
First ward and heroes. Oh, that's totally not cheesy.
What?
how I just dealt with an enemy. Ow. Ah!
You seem like you're
Heal
guarding
thyself,
something
kitty.
useful.
Bonk. Bonk.
My army isn't that level. God damn it.
Save statue, yeah.
And I look at muster forces, and I see that my army is only level 35. Shit.
Oops. What's the SP gain?
It's the stuff that you're using to bite your enhancements. That purple crystal stuff?
Oh, so it's a money multiplier essentially.
Yes.
Gain 5% more.
Which path should I take?
God damn it, I come back here and there's a side quest.
Go forward. Well.
There was a door with a waterfall over it in the other path.
Oh, yeah, be ready for a boss fight.
Neat. Those bolster mean?
Bolster? Like B-O-L-S-T-E-R?
Yes.
Bolster to make stronger, to make hardier.
Talk to Hootenanny. Why is that your name? Hootenanny.
Hold
I
on.
have to ask,
Hootenanny, hold on.
I have to
Hootenanny,
ask
hold
a
on.
question. Why am I the one person where people can just look at me? And it's like, how do you know these words and we don't? Am I just that much of a nerd?
Shut up, nerd. Just kidding.
How come this bitch doesn't have her portrait in the text box like my character does?
Shut up, nerd. I'm sorry, I never get to use that phrase, ever.
Man, I can tell that this game probably wouldn't have survived too well if it was released more recently rather than 2006.
Well, it was localized in like 4 years ago, but otherwise, yeah, no.
Well, with the way this person talks to you, nobody would be able to be like tolerating this person. They're always calling you a dumb hick and saying things like, quote, the current text box, I don't give a Picard's ass what your name is.
Picard's ass, yeah. Yeah, I know, because remember, in 2021, humor is... Oh, wait, no, Credo in 9. You sure about that?
Yeah, these days, this game would be boycotted.
Remembers how Credo acts in 9 and Ash in Cold Steel 3. You... Oh, wow,
Where'd my
I'm gonna try
enhanced your
this
power
one.
thing go, you bitch? Did you bring it?
Probably because it ran out during the cutscene.
No, I was meaning the gauge to enhance your abilities temporarily.
It enhance shotgun.
I never let go of the button, damn it!
Touch his butt.
Fuck.
So
Dodge,
yay.
dodge.
I guess King Evan has become King Delivery Boy. Give me the food plates already. I shall make thy deliveries. 3 minutes. You are on the clock. deliver, Mr. Food Boy. I'm not a messenger. Okay. I'm a delivery boy. Fucking Shrek. When he becomes the delivery boy. To the princess. I'm not a messenger. I'm a delivery boy.
I'm not a messenger boy, I'm a delivery boy.
You wouldn't dare.
I'm about to die for the first fucking time.
Unless through the power of bullshit.
I died.
You died?
Yep.
You can see now why I say play the game on normal, not hard, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in. Okay, how the hell do you... Come here.
I think what started this quest is somebody on Leafbook caught a picture of fucking Evan delivering food, and they went, maybe if we order food while he's around, he'll deliver it.
Okay, did that get me one pip on that request? Request. There's one treatment. Yes, okay, that did get me started. I guess I'm just sticking with using Samurai Boy for now. Fuck this. Goes flinch. Bonk. Resistant to melee attack? That don't matter when I have a big ass hammer.
Resistance to melee attacks. Quick, I shall cast the magical spell Fist.
You see, the resistance to non-magical damage. I cast Fist.
I cast Fist. But that's not
Monks.
a spell. It's a magical fist.
Monks.
You forget.
I cast Fist. Flurry of Fists.
I cast Fist and Flurry of Fists.
Crap. Okay, that quest is done. Switch over to you. Have you pull out your shoddy. Bonk.
So,
Zito.
that quest done.
Okay, so that's the punish point. Got it.
Turn to Everall.
Are you actually playing with the sound on or no?
The sound is on. Music is on.
Dive greatly increase the strength of.
Ah, yes, Oboro. Which is the subtext thing.
Oh, that took 2 deaths. I killed it. Fucked her up, I guess.
I'ma fuck him up!
Oh. That's all I hear. Oh. Yeah.
Unico, that's a weird name. So says the bitch whose name is only recognizable to Zelda fans.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Epona is the name of Link's horse.
Oh, yeah.
Duh.
If you think that her interactions are bad, or like would get her, would offend people in this day and age, you should look at her interactions with Hugo. They're worse. If you think her talking to a naive person is bad, her talking to a smartass is like, oh, this is just taunting.
Oh, I should have picked him then.
Yeah, he's just a smartass.
There's a box. What's in it?
Stuff, the box stuff.
I assume if that's the box where I think it is, it's the water scales.
Are you the one currently actively watching the stream?
Yeah. The stream
Why do
is
you
30
make
seconds
these
behind,
guesses rather than looking at the fucking screen?
though. Well, the stream is 30 seconds behind.
30
Remember, there's
seconds.
always a
Jeez,
delay
and
for
I
the
picked
viewer.
low quality.
Well,
No, like,
it's not that.
no
it's
matter
just
what,
delay.
streaming always has a 30-second delay from whatever you see to whatever they see.
The delay between whatever Storm is doing versus when I see it in his streams is 12 seconds.
Oh, so I'm assuming the Twitch thing then. It's probably not.
I mean, I use YouTube to stream and so does Storm. I don't think Storm uses Twitch.
Yeah, I'm assuming the Twitch delay, which is like 30 seconds. Yeah, the water dragon scales. You can now breathe underwater.
I don't want to teleport! Fuck.
You can teleport back to the thing.
Good. Oh, hey, look, another reason this game might not survive in the current times if it was released recently. That statue is, probably butt naked and is covering up the tits.
May I remind you, Japan.
Oh my god, it's offensive. I'm mad.
There are many things that were depicted as they should have been all along that caught flack. My favorite one of the examples comes from Smite. The goddess Kali.
Oh god, yeah, no, that I heard about that. That is dumb.
It's like, why are you defacing our goddess? You portray her butt naked anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes me...
It doesn't make any sense. It's like, your goddess and all of your own depictions is usually butt naked and covering that stuff up with her own 2 hands, which she has many more sets of anyway for everything else. And it's like, oh, that is over-sexualizing our goddess. It's like, its appearance is exactly as you dipshits depict her to be. Shut up. Do you want us to deface and remove everything there is to your goddess's depiction just because you're offended that we depicted them the same exact way that you would? It's like, what if the world collectively got mad because we started depicting Jesus the way that he looked when he was nailed on the cross, like we already do for the past I don't know how many years? But no, you're just gonna get mad because something happens to be shaped kinda like a cross.
And remember, the upside down cross is a... You wanna know the funnier thing? You know the upside down cross is usually depicted or associated with Satan?
Yes.
That's the cross of the apostle, because literally the person who was crucified on it said, "Do not crucify me with an upward facing cross, for I am not worthy of dying the same way Jesus has died."
Alright.
And what is that symbol of humility? The upside down cross. What is it nowadays? A Satanist symbol.
Here's another interesting
People are
thing.
stupid.
There are a lot of people that are irritated all to hell that there are people like, remove these crosses, they're offensive. It's like, okay, you want to say that about the graves of a bunch of people who gave their lives to fight for your fucking country? Eat a dick.
Remember, it's 2020. Everything will always offend somebody.
I'm gonna say something here right now that actually offends some stupid people. You know how, like, makeup and art equipment, usually the name of the color is listed in a few languages. Typically it's English, French, and Spanish. So, what is the Spanish word for black?
Negro. Or negro.
Yes, and there are people that's like, that's the N-word, that's racist, you assholes! It's like, no, stupid.
Who do you think called them Negroes in the first place?
It makes
no sense. Where do you think the term came from?
I mean, yeah, that's where the term rooted from, but it's literally, they're not using it in that means whatsoever. They are using the actual Spanish word for black to label it, because that's what it is. But they're also doing so in English and in French, because not everybody knows English, not everybody knows Spanish, and not everybody knows French. So, how is it racist to have multiple languages available to display what is the product? I mean, sometimes people don't even want to go through the effort to print 3 separate languages. Heck, half the time Nintendo didn't know if they wanted to do it or not. It's like some of their games, how big is the manual? At least 70 fucking pages. You wanna know why it's like 70 pages? Because there's like 20 that are English, 20 that are Spanish, and 20 that are French. And then there's a couple pages in the back that's like the typical warnings and shit like that. But all that is printed all on one page. Or 2 or 3, depending on how many warnings they have to put out. But there's no reason that any company should have to change something when they're just trying to make their product, you know, usable and understandable and readable, whatever, by those who don't speak English. What if I actually go through the true means of, like, the definition of saying, speak in English, please? It's like, instead of saying, speak in bastardized American English, speak in the original language that we
Old English,
derived
Middle English.
off of and bastardized to differentiate ourselves from. From now on, I'm going to refer to a cigarette as a fag.
You're a fag.
I'm sorry.
I'll also refer to a, you know
You're a
those
cigarette.
Salisbury steak TV dinner tray things? In the UK, those are called pork faggots.
You're a fag.
Welcome to why social media does not know how to handle other languages.
Okay, I have to ask now. How did that word become the slang and mean the thing it means now?
I don't know.
Cause that.
I mean, we
I'm
live in a day and
laughing,
age
that's-
to where a teacher whose job it is to teach another class can lose their job because they're teaching the shit they're meant to be teaching, only because some idiot doesn't know that a different language does not use the same definitions of anything. It's like if I wanted to go through with saying to run as a teachings for Japanese or Chinese, the term will sound somewhat similar to the word that everyone hates that starts with the letter N. But no, that's not even remotely what's being said. Primary example of pronunciation difference. I'm not going to say the hard R or the lesser offensive supposedly terminology equivalent. I'm just going to say the terminology for to run away or to flee from. Negero or nigeru, depending on which language you're using. Japanese or Chinese. Are the two the same word? Sort of. One's derived from the other, much like us to UK English. But neither of them refer to a person or a color, instead the act of fleeing, to run away for safety's sake. That's what I hate about these days. It's like, oh, this other language is saying this word constantly. Okay. How about I say CLU and then translate it poorly into French? Now what am I saying? You asshole! And why am I an asshole? Because it translates to fuck you. But it's not in English, it's in French. So it just means seal and you. Well, if there is a word in French, it is the word you, pronounced that way. That's not what it is, but there's my point. The language barrier has been made heavier rather than easier to, you know, avoid.
And you wonder why my faith in humanity is as low as it is.
Hell, I'm pretty sure we've gotten to the point where everyone's like, oh, this is how all that is over there. It's not all that bad. Oh yeah? You pick up a rifle and a sidearm and go out into war. The veterans are just bullshitting. There's nothing bad going on over there. You don't need any form of medical help or assistance. Yeah, you try watching the people you've grown to understand, know, and care for and everything in the military suddenly die into an explosion or a bullet or something like that, and then you're fucking cowering, pissing your pants while you're a grown man and just afraid of everything.
As I say, I am not a soldier. I cannot withstand the crap they have to go through.
I've never been
know
out
they
in
go
the
through
field
crap.
serving, but I at least understand that it's harder out there than anyone can possibly comprehend. Fuck, the closest thing I've ever seen, witnessed in my life, was that lady from that car crash that one day when I was a kid. That is the closest thing I have ever experienced to what people would refer to as post-traumatic stress. Well, time to end this stream. Yeah, nobody can ever tell me anything